Cancel.
Schweezy.
I don't understand why people have kids. Never had a thought about having kids. I can't think of any reason for having them. I understand it as a concept. It is similar to having a significant other who loves and all, but is optional. Having a significant other makes life simpler. Having kids is more of a burden all throughout. How is it ingrained in almost every person to have kids? How is it a default option for everyone? My grandma was telling me to not use condoms so that I'll be done with having kids as early as possible. I'm actually scared to think about having to oppose every single person I know by not having kids. How are people actually so fearless opposing society? All right, I'm going to say something controversial, and a lot of you are not going to like what I have to say, but I hope you stick with me through this. The reason I think a lot of people want kids is because they want a little miniature version of themselves, and something they want a little version of themselves. I just think having children is selfish because you want to have power over something, you want to be leader over something. And I know raising a kid's hard, and I know a lot of people do it well, but I'm telling you that it's not a selfless act. It's a selfish act. It's not a selfless act to not want to have kids, to have kids. Because what's the point? You want to procreate. Obviously, everyone wants to have sex. Sex is great. Unless you listen to Weezer, then you just don't have sex. That's just how it is. And, to have a kid because you want to be parents. And a lot of times, you see other people having kids and you're like, oh, I like hanging out with their little baby. Maybe we should make one of our own and shit like that. It's crazy. And I don't understand why people want to have kids. I may change my mind when I'm older, but right now I don't. So, and have your kids, it's fine. I'll like your kids unless they talk shit. Then I will not like your kids. I will talk back to your kids. But I don't know. It is a rather weird concept to be wanting. Like, I want to create a small child in half of my image because I want a little me walking around. Because I like me a lot. Therefore, I want another one. And I want to show off that, and people think I'm a good person because I have a kid. I know a lot of people with shitty parents. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. And maybe a lot of people shouldn't have kids. And it's also a weird concept to think that you can have as many kids as you want. That's not a problem. You can have kids. But if you want to adopt a kid, like, you have to go through all these hoops. It's like, why is it easier for me to just make a kid than to just adopt a kid? Like, no one wants this kid. Like, well, I want that kid. You can't have them. We're going to make it really hard for you to get them. I don't understand this bullshit. But, I don't know. I think also everyone before us has had kids or been parents and kids because procreation is how we stay alive. And so, yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons I think people want kids. I just think you want power over something is one reason. You want a miniature version of yourself. You want to kind of fit in with everyone else. I think that's the other thing. So, at the end of it, if you want to have kids, go for it. I'm not trying to stop you. But, I mean, there's a lot of bullshit you got to stop telling everyone about that. And, yeah. So, shut the fuck up. Hey, you just finished one of the many, many highlights from Cancel Schweezy. We got plenty more on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you like what you just watched, go ahead and smash that like button as well. Go subscribe for more so we can teach you how to be a better human in our world. So, yeah, stay awesome.